Dear Tibetan brothers and sisters, Zashidele. On the day of 60 years ago, Lhasa sounded gunshots. The Chinese Communist regime tore up the 17-point agreement signed with Tibetan government and launched a large scale of crime to destroy Tibet and the Tibetans' religion and culture. Tibetan people held a brave uprising to resist the CCP's brutal occupation and bloody rule. As one of the organizers of 1989's China democracy movement and a political prisoner, I represent those Chinese people who are fighting for democracy and freedom to express our highest respect to His Holiness the Dalai Lama and our firm support of Tibetan people. This year is the 9th year that Chinese Communist regime is most afraid of. In addition to the 60th anniversary of Tibetan people's uprising, it is the 30th 1989 China's democracy movement and the Tiananmen Square massacre, the 20th anniversary of the CCP's brutal persecution of Falun Gong, the 10th anniversary of the CCP's bloody suppression of Uyghurs. Xi Jinping's regime is extremely panicked. Even the party members and officials are monitored. Who helped the CCP suppression, they are monitored today. For example, the representatives in the so-called Congress in Beijing, they are actually in house arrest. When they are going to attend the Congress in Beijing, the hotels they stay in are circled by barbed wire. And they cannot carry their mobile phones to the People's Hall. They cannot be interviewed by reporters without permission. Xi Jinping does not trust them, fearing of their plot and betrayal anytime. In Xinjiang, the CCP established the so-called re-education campus to detain more than 1 million Uyghurs and hundreds of thousands of Kazakhs, to forcing them to change their faith and culture by violent coercion. This is a re-enactment of concentration camps and latte atrocity in the 21st century. Communist China is contemporary Nazi Germany. Chen Quanguo, a member of the political bureau of the CCP, now is ruling Xinjiang, who was transferred from Tibet. He brought his brutal suppression model from Tibet to Xinjiang, and now the concentration campus invented by Chen Quanguo has turned back to be promoted in Tibet. Chen Quanguo is being condemned by the international community. He is likely to subject to sanctions by the United States and many other countries. If he travels out of China, he is most likely to be arrested. Xi Jinping is now considering to transferring him back from Xinjiang to Beijing to hide. But there could be another possibility. In order to cope with the international pressure, Chen Quanguo will become a ghost under Xi Jinping's life. The United States is now negotiating with China for a trade agreement. I would like to remind the US government, do not forget how the CCP has turned its back on the 17-point agreement signed with Tibet. Do not forget how the CCP tramples on Hong Kong's one country, two systems commitment. Internal repression is bound to accompanied by external threats. The Chinese Communist regime, which has been abusing Tibetans, Uyghurs, and Han Chinese, is now becoming the biggest threat of all mankind. More and more Chinese people are realizing that Chinese people, Tibetan people, and Uyghur people have suffered the same. They bear the same destiny. We need to support each other, and we need to unite as one to pursue the common idea, that is, to realize the universal value, the dream of freedom. Thank you all. 扎西德勒，托起起。